Two Venezuelan fighter jets, specifically F-16s, recently flew close to a U.S. Navy destroyer operating in international waters in the Caribbean. The Pentagon quickly labeled the maneuver highly provocative, and Washington sent a sharp warning to Caracas not to interfere with American operations. The incident took place on September 4th and involved the USS Jason Dunham, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. These ships are powerful, modern, and built to defend against a wide spectrum of threats. The flyover itself caused no damage, but the symbolism was unmistakable. Venezuela wanted to show it was present and watching. The timing matters. The United States has recently expanded its naval presence in the Caribbean, deploying multiple warships, aircraft, and thousands of Marines conducting exercises in the region. So, let's break this down. What can Venezuela's F-16s really do? What U.S. forces are now in the area? And how Washington is responding. Venezuela received its F-16s back in the 1980s. They are early Block 15 models, lighter, less advanced, and lacking the long-range weaponry seen on today's top-line U.S. or European variants. Still, they are fast, agile, and when flown close to a target, they can send a powerful message. Venezuela originally bought 24 aircraft, but after decades of use and difficulty obtaining spare parts, it's estimated that only about a dozen remain fully operational. On some days, the number may be slightly higher or lower, but overall, the force is small, yet still notable. In terms of armament, these jets typically carry short-range air-to-air missiles like the US-made Sidewinder or Israel's Python, designed for dogfights within visual range, not for long-distance engagements. For ground attack, Venezuelan F-16s can carry unguided bombs or rocket pods, weapons that require flying close to the target. There is little evidence that Venezuela's fleet is equipped with modern precision munitions or advanced targeting pods. It's also worth noting that Venezuela's most modern fighter is actually the Russian-made Su-30, which is larger, can carry heavier payloads, and offers longer range. But those jets are fewer in number and often grounded due to maintenance issues. This leaves the F-16 as the most visible symbol of Venezuela's combat aviation, even if they are aging. Following the Venezuelan flyover, the Pentagon issued a statement warning Caracas not to obscure, deter, or interfere with U.S. military operations in international waters. The wording was deliberate. Washington emphasized that the destroyer was outside Venezuelan territory and operating legally. At the same time, the U.S. has reinforced its posture in the region, repositioning additional fighter jets to Puerto Rico to provide air cover over the Caribbean, further strengthening an already formidable naval presence. America's response goes far beyond strong statements. In recent weeks, the United States has quietly but unmistakably deployed a substantial force into the Caribbean. Reports confirm that at least 7 U.S. warships are either already in the area or operating nearby. Among them are destroyers like the Jason Dunham, the ship involved in the Venezuelan flyover, and her sister ship, Gravely. Both are Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, built for multi-mission roles, defending against aircraft, intercepting missiles, striking land targets, and escorting larger vessels. These destroyers are often considered the backbone of the U.S. surface fleet thanks to their versatility and heavy firepower. Also present is the cruiser Lake Erie, which recently transited the Panama Canal to join the buildup. While cruisers are fewer today than destroyers, they carry a heavier load of long-range missiles and have long served as the cornerstone of U.S. naval air defense. Its presence signals that Washington wants layered protection should tensions escalate. Additionally, there is confirmation of a nuclear-powered submarine operating somewhere in the Caribbean. The U.S. never discloses submarine locations, but their mere presence is a reminder. undersea forces can strike anywhere, at any time, with immense power, and are nearly impossible to detect. This adds an unseen but decisive layer to the American posture. Perhaps the most significant element of the deployment is the amphibious ready group led by the UEMA. This large, flat-deck amphibious assault ship is sometimes called a small aircraft carrier because of its appearance. Instead of fast jets, it typically embarks helicopters, tiltrotor MV-22 Ospreys, and sometimes vertical takeoff fighters, depending on the mission. Its main purpose is to act as a floating base for Marines, ready to deploy ashore at short notice. Accompanying UEMA are the transport docks San Antonio and Fort Lauderdale. These ships are designed to carry Marines, landing craft, armored vehicles, and vital supplies. Operating together, the three vessels form a complete package, capable of projecting combat power from sea to land in just hours. Together, they carry the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit, a highly trained force of more than 4,500 sailors and Marines. Their presence underscores Washington's determination to maintain both deterrence and rapid response capability in the region. The 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit is built for flexibility. It can launch helicopter raids deep inland, secure beaches or ports, guard critical infrastructure, and even pivot to humanitarian relief after natural disasters. What makes it unique is its ability to switch between combat and humanitarian roles at a moment's notice. The unit travels with its own aviation squadron, ground combat battalion, and logistics support, allowing it to operate independently for long stretches of time. We've already seen proof of its activity in the region. Marines from the 22nd MEU have been photographed conducting flight operations, amphibious landings, and live training exercises in southern Puerto Rico. That location is no accident. It puts them just a short distance from the southern Caribbean, right where Venezuelan F-16s recently flew near the USS Jason Dunham. In other words, these Marines are not training far from the action. They are rehearsing on the doorstep of where tensions are highest, ready to respond if events spiral. So, to recap, 2 Venezuelan F-16s made a close pass near an American destroyer in the Caribbean. The jets themselves are aging Block 15 models, mostly suited for short-range missions, but symbolically, they still send a message. The United States, however, has answered with overwhelming presence. Multiple warships, thousands of Marines, and reinforced air cover centered around Puerto Rico and the southern Caribbean. This incident isn't just about a single flyover. It's about signaling, deterrence, and the balance of power in the region. As long as tensions continue, both sides will keep sending messages. The question is whether those signals remain demonstrations of presence or tip into something far more serious. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.